Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! My name is Ribbon from the Sky. Let's get into the deck recipe. Alright, obviously, we got all 5 pieces of EXODIA. One Magician of Faith. 2 Cyber Valleys. Magician of Faith, usually to get back either Gold Sarcophagus or to get back Swords or Monster Reborn, so I can reborn either Sangan or Emissary to get another piece, or Witch of the Black Forest or whatever have you or whatnot. Alright, Battle Fader used to stall, and plus he's a good +1 so I can get out Vampire Dragon to get the piece. The bottom line is to get the pieces as fast as possible. But I can do a little tit for tat if need be with Tragodia. Alright, 2 Swift Scarecrows. Good for, avoiding big battle damage when you're staring down the whole OTK field. To give you that extra turn, you may need to draw the last piece or whatnot. Alright, 2 Carcardees. Again, increases draw power, which is always a plus in the EXODIA deck. And plus it helps to mill the deck. Shave it down and whatnot. We've already established that. Piece of EXODIA. Alright, 3 Sangans. Self-explanatory. It gets the pieces faster. I prefer to go fish for the pieces rather than just sitting and waiting forever trying to draw into EXODIA, even though there are tons of cards in the game now to increase draw power. I'd rather go fish. To me it feels like it's faster to fish for the pieces rather than to just rely off of draw strength. So of course there's a combination of both in the deck. It's an EXODIA deck, duh. But if you ask me what my preference is, I prefer to go fish. 2, Witch of the Black Forest. I feel like one time they were restricted. Witch was banned for a long time. And Sangan one time I think was down to 1. Long time ago. 3 Emissaries, self-explanatory. Old school, get a level 3 or lower normal monster from your deck to their hand. I feel like that's specifically for Tragodia, even though there are tons of normal cards now. You can make a whole deck based off of just vanilla. But back then when that came out, wasn't a lot of strong vanilla cards, especially level 3 or lower. It wasn't until like the 5Ds era came around to where you could really use Emissary, other than, for EXODIA. Because, you got tuners and stuff that are that low. But anyway. 2 Vampire Dragons. Again, used to get the pieces. 1 Tragodia. Basically, Tragodia is for if you're facing a Blue Eyes and you got maybe a few pieces or so in your hand, and then you got a hand full of everything else, and then a Blue Eyes, boom, run into you, slap down Tragodia, and then you activate Legacy of Yugioh, have 2 of those to increase your hand. EXODIA get damn near to 4,000 attack, and you can run right over a Blue Eyes, and you don't even have to sit there and just beat them with EXODIA. EXODIA. You obviously have to beat them with EXODIA, but you don't have to beat them with Tragodia, is what I mean. And you can what I would do is I would usually just hide behind him until I get the pieces, because he's too powerful for them to climb over. But keep in mind, like if you have swords in your hand, you have to stall and play swords and stuff. Well, you don't have to if Tragodia is there, but if Tragodia gets destroyed, you know what I mean. Basically, I use him to hide behind to get the pieces. Alright, 1 Dark Hole, 3 Swords, great for stalling if maybe you drew Swords first turn and you didn't get any pieces and you got a bad hand. You can still get a bad hand running EXODIA. Oh yes, you can definitely brick. I don't care how good you are at deck building, how good the deck seems to be. This deck is pretty doggone good. Matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say it's one of, I'm not gonna say the most, but one of the most consistent EXODIA decks on the planet. But I will still brick out. But luckily we have like swords and stuff to save the day. Give you 3 turns to draw into and get the engine going, mill the deck. Like my favorite combo is swords and Carcardees. That's usually a good opener. Alright, 1 Monster Reborn. Usually the Monster Reborn, the Sangan or Emissary or Witch or something. Just to get an extra piece. have your opponent run into it, which they're gonna do. Gold sarcophagus. I run gold because it's easier to get the head of Exodia, because more than likely you're not gonna draw the head of Exodia first turn, and that's the most important piece. You know, 2 Ledger of Ledgermans. This was recommended to me by a subscriber a while back, about a year or so ago, and I've never looked back, because I used to run. If you noticed, if you're a long time subscriber, I used to run what is that? Pot of Duality. And while that's a good card, you only get 1 out of the 3 choices. By this, you get all 3 choices. Although the downside, you have to wait 3 turns. Which, okay, I'll do that. I mean, this Exodia deck, you stall anyway. You play that in swords, you're good to go. And at least I'll get all three of my choices. All right, 2 Shard of Greeds. Basically, you get +2 for 2 greed counters, but it's going to take 2 turns. 2 Mirror Force, self-explanatory, it's a staple. 2 Legacy of Yagarazu for the draw power, and 1 Evenly Match. I used to run 2, but I decreased it down to 1 to lower down the brickouts. But anyway, Evenly Match is for, basically, again, if you're staring down a OTK field and you only have like 2 cards, after they run in the Sandgan and you get a piece, you activate Evenly Match. They're gonna have to send their whole field to the graveyard to where they only have like 1 or 2 cards left. So, and that how I found out about Evenly Matched is it was used against me in a duel. You know, usually I show all my duels online. One time I was streaming this. I got to get back into it. But I'm pretty sure if you search my channel, that video is on YouTube. That's how I found out about it. It was used against me in a ranked match. And I said, man, I could use that in my Exodia deck. And so here we are. Well, anyway, let's. Alrighty. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of bricky, but see, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I don't like to give up like that. I'm sorry, I don't. I try to see things through. It's kind of bricky. So what I would normally, I would have him run in, and with this big hand, Trigodi would be at a nice attack. But instead of doing that, this is what I was talking about in explaining the recipe. How we used to get the head. Boom, that's 1 piece. And to get out of this brick, there's 2 ways. I could have just left my hand, kind of find how it was, and had him run into me, then summon Tragodia. Tragodia would have been at a decent attack, but I'd rather get the +1. But most of you longtime subbies have seen this. There was not much of a change to the recipe. It's just that this game has new cards, but still not much of a change. The only change I made was I took out Different Dimension Capsule, which is the poor man's gold sarcophagus. Uh-oh. Oh, so you're gonna stop my... Oh, see, he saw that Exodia head. That's fine. I'm still gonna get a +1 because I got Syra Valley once you run into him. It's not much of a change. I know, because I really don't want to screw it up. The only thing I might do, I still need to make the one where it was a bunch of normal monsters and I had First of the Dragons in it. I still got to make that one. And one where I can keep drawing. I forgot the name of that card, that magic card. But I haven't made an Obliterate Exodia deck yet with the Obliterate magic or trap card. It's trap or magic? Trap. And of course, I'm getting hammered on during the showcase. The last video was a good one. I won, but on this one, of course, we're getting my butt kicked, facing Red Dragon, Archfiend, and crap. Just gotta love the Yu-Gi-Oh luck. Of course. See, and also remember I said you can break out. This is a brick. Even running that EXODIA deck and how it was built, how good it's built, I'm still breaking out. Now, I can stall, but don't know how long that's gonna last. Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course. Of course. Man, of course I face this OP deck. Yeah, whatever, man. Freaking sweeping people when I first was using this EXODIA deck on this game. Now all of a sudden, I face this darn Archfiend. Synchro, whatever the heck. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and series grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.